Alright, made it in. Hopefully I can be heard on the mic now at this point without garbling and jumping around and all that sort of nonsense. Um, Also, that tends to be the amount of time that it requires for me to ensure that the broadcast abilities do not cut out with no solid explanation. I'll leave it up on the screen for right now. This is not how we're going to broadcast. We're going to broadcast full screen. I'm not going to see if anybody comes into the room. I won't see their comments. It's set for it to speak, text to speech or whatever. But nobody comes in, nobody talks. Basically, I think in however many of these have been done over on the YouTube side, at least one. If you want to call him channel regular, had joined at some point, but like probably 8, if not 10 hours into a marathon session, ended up saying something, I think as I was kind of finishing up a break, so barely even caught my attention, and stayed for a little bit, tried to show some stuff. He's not an owner of the game, so tried to do as much as I could, but I'm not that far along in the game. And frankly, I'd love to do a number of things. I'd love to put this over on Twitch. I'd love to, I don't know. There's a lot of different stuff that I'd really like to be able to do, but I just don't know why. I don't know why I didn't realize that using the live broadcast system on Twitch has no retention. It doesn't save the broadcasts for live replay at all, the way that YouTube automatically does. So, even though neither channel is a real channel, neither one has been promoted, YouTube is about at least 2 weeks before the Twitch channel had, so it had I wouldn't call that momentum, but it had, actual subscribers and like 12, 13, 14 maybe. And the live broadcasts on a replay version would average about 4 or 5 viewers who were not me. So that's more than 0, which is basically what we were getting on Twitch. And it took me a minute to kind of figure out why that was, and it's like, well, because the only way that anybody would even see something on Twitch is if they're actually watching it live. The only way they're watching it live is if they like stumble upon it as like probably the 10,000th one on the list, just even for Red Dead Redemption 2 only, that are currently broadcasting live on Twitch, because there are no followers of that channel, not a single one. And I again can kind of understand why there's no clips. I haven't even figured out yet how to add a clip like after the fact, because even that aspect doesn't seem 420 cool. Doesn't even seem to be as like easy as YouTube. Like I've added seemingly like billions of clips to YouTube just in the last like 10 months or so. So yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna do this over on YouTube just because at this point, this is basically just for my own, documentation / rewatching purposes or whatever. And even what I'm saying right now in the first 5 minutes, like we're gonna cut this, not cut it short, but we're gonna keep it short here in the explanation before we get into gameplay. And then the majority of the marathon session, even if we go, 12 hours, which I've done that. Now, there's not necessarily that much evidence for it because, again, the Twitch shit just fucking goes away, which is nonsense. But it's part of their business model, and I've been around Twitch long enough that I should have noticed that as a observer / like viewer / follower or whatever, as opposed to this failed attempt at becoming a like quote-unquote producer, quote-unquote broadcaster, not like in the true sense of the word, like in trying to like develop anything, whatever, just in the sense of like, okay, here's some shit I did and you can watch it if you want. That's it. That's kind of like what the basic level of what these things ought to be, but even that I can't do because it doesn't have any retention. So we're over here on YouTube, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, so I can go back and watch it. as you see on the bottom there, I haven't bothered to change that very much, but this was intended to be a couple different things, but the main thing that it was intended to be was literally from start to finish. And then not saying anything bad about the couple of videos that I have seen, which I guess are if I had to guess, they seem like they're probably like the live videos. They seem like they're live videos that have been put on YouTube by, I want to call them prominent or people that have a lot of followers over on Twitch, where they did a live gameplay walkthrough, whatever, and then after the fact brought it over to YouTube and dumped it on there as a download, as an upload for video. And then I think in a lot of those cases seem to kind of figure out at some point, like, okay, the beginning of this, when added over to YouTube, it made sense to just drop it in what was probably pretty close to the raw video format of what was done over in the live broadcast over on Twitch. And then later was like, okay, like maybe we don't need to see, the full 20 minutes of just straight riding your horse from one location to the other over the course of, like if it's like me, like, half a day of broadcasting. So they would like, cut those things out and stuff like that. And I get all that, I do. But the thing was, like, on a lot of that stuff, they'll be talking, and especially for a person like me, like I just wanted to watch, and I watched 2, maybe even 3 people that did like the quote unquote first 30 minutes of the game, which is basically just like one mission and a lot of content from the producers as far as cutscenes. Not much choice and not much difference when you do make the difference in the 2 choices that they give you, because it usually comes down to 1 or 2 choices. So my whole thing was like, I didn't want to talk at all when the game was talking 100%, but then I also, just generally speaking, you didn't want to really do much talking at all. And so even up to this point, or now that things have been completely fucked and I've lost all of that content, I really only talk on this screen, like the preset prior to even clicking the button of X in this case for story, and having it take, whatever it is, like a minute or whatever to load up, or whatever, I guess the last probably autosave was. If autosave was even on, because that's what I'll get to in a second. Like, I have no fucking idea, at least in this case. But like the whole intention for me was, once the game was going, and not like 100% of the time when the game was speaking, when there was dialogue, I set the thing up, and you'll see if you watch any of this video, because people I'm sure will talk, that especially when it's like key to the game as opposed to just kind of randoms in a town talking, it'll not only show the dialogue at the bottom of what's being said, but it also say the name of the person who's saying it. And I don't know if it does that all the time. I think like if it is a random, it might say like stranger if you don't know who they are or what their name is or whatever. But I set it up that way. I think that's best, in my opinion. Like, not necessarily optimal for every person and every broadcaster, but for me, that's what I wanted to do, right? So I never wanted to be speaking when the game had dialogue that was going. And in some cases, if I was like trying to finish a point, in the rare cases where I was actually talking while doing gameplay, and somebody started to talk, even if it was probably just like, something as mundane as like, oh, I'm in the camp, and so one of the camp mates wants to like say hello, and that's it. You like, they say hello to you, you say hello back, they say like one more thing, and you hit the greet button again, and your guy's basically like, all right, I guess I'll talk to you later. Like, that's it. It's like 25 seconds. It's like less than small talk. It's nonsense. It's mundane. I'm not mad that they put it in the game. I'm just saying it's like it serves no purpose whatsoever as far as progress in the game, or trying to illustrate to anybody that's considering getting the game, or has the game and wants to see certain things that either they haven't done yet and would like to explore, or on the other side of the spectrum, like, have already done but it's been a while, and so like maybe they want to be reminded from the game saying like, okay, here's the thing that you want to do. If you want to rear your horse, like hold down, well, the PlayStation version, I don't know the Xbox controls, but PlayStation, like hold down R1 and then the square button, and if that kind of stuff, if there's the kind of stuff that I feel like used to come. Again, I'm you can see down there the name that I created for the Twitch channel was Old Noob Gamer. Because I'm new to this shit, but I've been playing games for fucking forever. And it used to be that, you know, you get your game in your nice little geez, it's been so long. It's like, what do you even call these? I'm looking at a couple right now, honestly, and I can't even think of like the proper term for the packages. Wow. Don't talk about stuff you weren't planning on talking about, right? You can't even come up with like the easiest words in the English language. Whatever the thing is called where you put your game discs in. So like, I swear, like I'm 100% sober right now. I don't know why I can't think of like the easiest word in the world. But those things, they used to have sleeves in them, which again is not like a new concept. That's been around, you know, since they started with, you know, vinyl recordings that became popular back in like the 30s and 40s. Like they had info sleeves in them that indicated like, you know, what you were looking at, and that became super popular when CDs came out. And it was the same way with games. Like the game would put a lot of content in there, but the main thing that it would do for not just players like me, I guess, but for basically anybody was like, you know, a full-fledged guide. I mean, if it's like the type of games that I honestly tend to play more than others, like just, you know, sports games, before they just got killed by the current system that they run on. You know, there were a limited number of controls that you could use. I guess that was maybe the reason why they had it back then and they don't now. And so in there it would indicate like, okay, you know, square does this, and, you know, on offense, and then on defense, square does this, and like that was it. That's all square did, right? There weren't combos and shit like that early on. And then even when combos came into play, and then you get, you know, like at least in R1, I don't know were there two rights and two lefts on PS2. I'm trying to remember, probably, but I feel like not every not every production house actually utilized them in their games though. But point is, like, there weren't a ton of controls, and I think they probably even got to a point where they're like, all right, well, we'll give them a lot. We'll give them like, I don't know, 65-75% of the controls, and the rest of them whatever. So they'd either include all of the controls in the guide, the insert into the disc thing, or, you know, I don't know, whatever. So like, there's a guide in this game. I can click on it if you're going into the story, because I'm gonna be in that whole area anyways to check on progress and other stuff. Like, at least for me, I feel it's like it doesn't do that. Like, there's this thing on like fighting, but it doesn't say like, oh, you know, like press the circle button to punch, and then I don't even know like what is. I don't do much fighting of any sort, whether it's hand-to-hand combat, which is specifically what I meant when I said fighting, or, you know, even shooting non-animals. I haven't done a ton of that. I haven't had a lot of success with it. I don't have very good stats or equipment or anything like that yet. So, I mean, it is pimped out. I you know, like literally, like I put gold on all that shit, but it's not good. It didn't increase its anything, like its stats or its power or anything like that yet. So I'm just, yeah, my player combined with my inability to be any good at anything, including this, means that like I'm not very good in like a thing that requires me to kill more than one person, basically. And even if I do kill them, like I'm probably, including animals, like if I do kill them, I'm probably not doing it like the correct way. So I'll look to improve on that, but that's not really what this session is meant to be about. When I click on story and we find out where the fuck we are, if we're in a place where we can do what I'm attempting to actually do here, which is I'm gonna start this up. I'm gonna find out where we are, and in this marathon session, we could end up doing a whole bunch of stuff depending on just, you know, how long I feel like staying up and doing this for. I got some alarms set for some other stuff that I need to take care of that I would imagine will take place during this. And it is a little silly for me to do this way because it is dinner time and I haven't eaten dinner yet. So You know, there most likely will be a dinner break that'll get put in there, but I just wasn't super hungry at the moment, so I feel like it was okay to get started right now. Especially because I had basically just finished taking care of the other stuff that I needed to do in a few other games, so it made more sense from like a game timing perspective to jump on this right away. And yet here I am 16 and a half minutes in, not even getting to any of the point yet at all. So if possible, from the very beginning, what I'm going to do is see from the time this starts, and I'll take a quick check on elapsed time, I guess, but I can count. You know, if I stopped this right now, I'd be able to count that it would take like maybe, you know, probably 3 minutes for it to load, and then for me to figure out where I am in the game. And if I'm not like way off, or if there's not something crazy going on that I need to fix first or whatever, I'm gonna do more of the gold glitch for now. And I want to see, again, assuming that I'm not like on the complete opposite bad side of the map or whatever. I'm gonna see like how many times, like how many times I can do it in how much allotted time. Like if I give it say like 2.5 hours, like how many times am I gonna be able to do the glitch, like all the way through? And again, I'm not progressed very far in the game, so I've not even opened up fast travel with the stage coaches. I'm assuming that's where you do that. And I don't know if there's anywhere else that you can do it from. I don't know if you can like go to your camp and do it. That seems like that would be much more effective as far as timing would go. I tried to do a couple things that I thought were going to get to that part. Like I think I have to do the next mission with Hosea to unlock that, and I don't think it's unlocked. I don't think it's open yet. So I don't know. I don't know if I have to go for, I don't know if like there's basically we have two people that are caught right now, one in jail and one about to get hung. And so I don't know if I have to do one or both of those first to open that up. You know, so I don't really have much of a desire to do either one, because I don't care too much for either one of those players. Somehow I care less for Bill than I do for Sean, and Sean hasn't even entered the game yet for me, but I have seen a little bit of what happens right after he does re-enter the camp. And although it'll be fun to get drunk with my campmates on the campgrounds, that's about it. I haven't seen any other major advantages to bringing his ass back. So I think that's what I finished on. So we're gonna find out hopefully as soon as I click on the story. But again, I kind of have this problem where I tend to just like straight up like pass out in real life. Sometimes while still live streaming. And I think that I was in the process, I don't know if it was the first attempt or not. I think I was in the process of trying to do the mission, which is actually listed as Javier, who's over there in Blackwater. And in the end, you gotta try to get Sean to not be hung. And I just did my thing, which you'll see a lot of on here, which is just putting it into cinematic mode and letting the horse go its own way. If this thing required me to actually do the riding and follow the path and pay the fuck attention to what was going on, like, no, that's just no good. So luckily, this whole thing that we're gonna do for sure with the gold glitch, like it's pretty straightforward. There's a little bit off the path, but other than that, it's mostly path riding. And I don't really care. Like, I'm happy to just like practically kill my horse with fucking up its energy, endurance, whatever, and like even having it kick me off because it bucks me because I've been riding it too hard, literally. I got no problem with any of that. I'm happy to do it because it gets me over there faster, and makes this, in my opinion, more fun to watch. Even though you can just, now that it's on YouTube, you can just fast forward. And I don't know, I guess if I actually expected people to watch and like thought they were watching for that sort of stuff, I'd be like, okay, at 20, at 32:43 is when we first, arrive at the sheriff's office. At 37:28 is when we first make our way over to the fence to sell. And then the way back to Sheriff is at 42. Like, I would put in all, like, the timers, I guess, for however many, like 5 or 6 of them or whatever, just so that people could, like, fast forward if they just want to see the actual action as opposed to, like, the travel back and forth. That, again, I don't know, could be sped up later on down the line, but then at that point is the glitch no longer glitched for you? I have no idea. For all I know, the glitch could be unglitched for me in general, or for, I guess, the entire game at this point. I haven't read anything about this in the last, like, 3 days, so who knows. But I will at least test it by, like, not trying to change too many things, but that will be dependent upon what the fuck's going on with the save, the last save that's been up. We might have to resave the game, and obviously autosave will have to be turned off. So I will actually do, as I'm not going to do the whole save while pulling and then immediately load that save with the bar. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna go in again, fixing whatever needs to be fixed from a save perspective, like way ahead of time, and then also turning off autosave and just, you know, letting it ride basically. And then when I get over there, I'm just going to try to see if it allows me to continue to keep pulling. And if not, then okay. Then maybe I'll jump back on the mic and say, okay, it didn't work. Let's try something else. Maybe go back to a previous, load up a previous save that's probably still working, which might mean less of something. Certainly less game progress, less other stuff, whatever. But that's fine because it's an ability to basically make yourself a millionaire in a game where like $100 it can be a big deal. So hopefully that explains everything. But the thing is, like, there's nobody in here, so I'm not actually talking to anybody right now, and that's fine. I'm kind of used to that on the YouTube channel, but people have watched at least the hockey stuff that I did. People did watch the live broadcast replays when they get posted up to YouTube. So if you're watching this like immediately after this is done, that could be in like 12 hours from now, and now you're 23 minutes in, so it's just kind of like a primer of what maybe to expect from this. But as I said, I'm gonna click on story, gonna let it load. I'm gonna take it off of this screen and go into full screen mode, and then see what's going on, because as I said, I don't know if I was basically like sleepwalk playing again. I think I recall that, like, I just was like walked over to the controller and was like, why is this still on? And like went to go like turn off the game, because I don't know, wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even notice that there was like action on the screen, and like as I did it, like as I was turning it off, I think like my guy died or was in the process of dying. So I was like, okay, fuck, like I don't know if I had saved. I don't know when the last time was that I had saved. I don't know if autosave had been on. So like, I have no idea. But like, he can't still be dead. It's not the way the game works. But the horse could be dead permanently, no revival abilities. But I'm not gonna let that happen. So if that doesn't happen, I will go back to a previously loaded save, because I'm not giving up on that horse right now. I know there's better horses in the game, but I'm not looking to go track their asses down and tame them and all that shit yet. That's much further along for me. So anyway, we're 25 minutes in. Let's get this cracking. Let's hit story, and let's see where we're at and where we need to go from there. Probably have to make a couple quick changes to it. Hopefully we're not far out of the locations of where we need to be, and we'll see how much of this we can get done. So I mean, like, let's say it's going to be at least an hour. So into like an hour and 30 of this, we'll see how many times we can do this in an hour. Even though I'm concerned that might only be about 3 or 4. That's not really a lot, so we might extend it for another couple hours after that. And then after that, like, if anybody actually does join and wants to comment, like, I'm happy to do anything that has been opened up to me in the game so far. But like, honestly, like, I haven't even done the first fishing mission with Jack yet, so like, I don't think I can even fish it. Like, I don't think my player even owns a fishing rod. There's just like a lot that has not been opened up. So I'm happy to show anything that I can, within reason, I feel like, but I can't I can't do stuff that's not been opened yet. I just can't. It's like that's how the game works, and I'm cool with that. But if somebody does join has any suggestions, then fine. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Like I'm probably trying to do some actual missions, like some story missions, some side missions, some yada yada yada. On the description for this on YouTube, I did say we were gonna do like the normal degenerate shit. Like we're gonna do some gambling, doing some drinking. Game doesn't let you have sex, as far as I can see so far, despite getting many baths that basically appear to be naked massages, but maybe not. Can't tell exactly. I guess what was going on underneath those bubbles, and wasn't long enough to make it fun for Arthur. So. Which honestly, I said it in a broadcast, but it's lost now. That's a little disappointing if it's gonna always be like that, because that was one of like the main things that in my opinion brought people over to GTA. It's like I said it before, and I'll leave it at that. But it was just like people that didn't play the game ever probably once in their life, and wanted to use it as part of a platform at their pulpit. Were very much offended by the game, that there was this popular game out there that allowed you to basically pay for it and have sex with a prostitute and then kill her to get the money that you just paid her for the sex. It's like, okay, but it's done in a video game, and I don't think it's giving any more ideas to in real life people that hadn't already thought of that possibility of doing that. Like I'm not trying to. It's like no offense meant for any actual, hookers out there that, or I guess in this case, acquaintances, family, whatever, of former hookers who were killed by Johns, either after the fact or whatever. That sucks. That's real life. But I just really don't think that anybody was like, oh, like they played early versions of GTA when you could do that. Like, oh man, I never thought of that. Like I just always gave her the money and got my business done, and never even thought like, wow, I can get that money back if I just kill her. Like, it's a fucked up thing to think. And I played the game and loved that part of the game, but it wasn't the only reason why I played the game. I did a lot of stuff in that game, and like shooting down a military helicopter, with non-military personnel, and just to clarify, with a rocket launcher, like, okay, that was fun too, but like, same shit for me, and no part in there was I like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go get a rocket launcher and shoot down some fucking helicopters. That looks like a good time. I didn't do that with that. I didn't do it with the hookers. I think I'm in the majority on that. I think it's a very potentially small minority that saw that sort of thing and got ideas. So the fact that I think that that's like the thing that Rockstar maybe is either thinking like, okay, been there, done that, so we don't need to do that again. If that, then cool. But if it's like, okay, been there, done that, and that caused some negative controversy for us and backlash, and like, fuck that, man. It gave you way much more credibility and way many more people that were interested in actually check. Hey, somebody's here. Feel free to say hello if you are logged into YouTube and can do so. Before I got into this, I was just referring to the whole controversy with original GTA being able to kill the hooker after sex and get the money back, and the fact that so far, best I can tell in this game, you can't actually have any form of sex whatsoever. We'll see. Anyways, I promised we were going to get into the actual content of the game at 25 minutes, and now I talked for an extra 5. So we're going to jump into the game. I explained for the first 25 minutes what we're looking to do. Basically just going to do the gold glitch as many times as we can in at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Then go on from there, which is basically degenerate type shit. Gambling, drinking, any type of kind of nonsense that we can do like that. And probably just because it's going to be a very long marathon session, I assume, we'll obviously get a chance to do some missions, probably some story missions along with side missions and other types of challenges. We have 2 people in the room now. Okay, I was going to take it off of this particular screen called full screen as we start this, but just so I can see if we lose either one of you, or if either one of you want to make a comment, we'll leave it on the screen for right now. But once I have to actually get into actual gameplay, I'm going to switch over to full screen. I said it before both of you came in here, I tend to pass out at the end of these marathon sessions in real life. And so I don't even really know where we are. I don't know what's been saved. I don't know if autosave was on. All sorts of things that I hope I'm going to find out in about 30 seconds, and I'm not too disappointed by. Hope my horse is still alive. That'd be nice. I don't think my guy's alive currently, but I don't think that really matters. He just comes back. He's fine. Also, yeah, I don't talk in these things. I'm only talking now because the two of you are still here, and I talk at the beginning before it starts up. I don't talk when the game talks, and I don't talk during most of the gameplay. If you are on YouTube and can make comments, I'm like 99.9% gonna do the gold glitch. But if you want to see something else to start with, even we can maybe do that. Okay, where are we? And we got a shit. That's not a good sign. We got a bandana up, and we have a horse, and it has a white mohawk and the. I'm just gonna walk over slow to this because I'm a little concerned. That is the layout for the correct horse, but it's also pretty close to what they changed. Oh, we got Yarrow. Hell yeah, I picked the Yarrow. I don't know if this is a version that we had saved and need to save, but that helps. I don't think we have enough of this yet to complete the challenge. Is there more? See, like even when it's not full screen like this, like it's hard for me to see. Oh, there's more over there. Cool. Well, first up, let's just find out about the horse. Looks, yeah, it's her. Him. It's actually him. Sorry. Feature glue. And is full on. Sweet.
You okay, boy?
A little brush. Seemed pretty clean to me, but go ahead. Brush him up.
Yeah, that's better, boy.
Sure. I'm gonna go grab this yarrow. Or whatever else this is. What the hell that animal was. Oh, this is herbs we don't know. Can we smoke any? What? Well, no, I don't want to smoke wild mint, but cool, thanks. I have to check the compendium, see what's going on with the wild mint. Maybe it can be put into some recipes or some shit. Oh, refill your health core or used as a seasoning in cooking. Okay, so I'd be a little, whoop, be a little, what do you do? Don't jump. A little more interested in the health core than it would be in the cooking seasoning. I don't think I give two shits about seasoning of cooking in this game. Real life I do, sure. Where'd the other one go? Man, seriously, I can't see, like my screen is like 75% at best of what it normally would be on full screen. It's so hard to see like anything that's going on. Okay, so I guess there were 3 of them, we got them. More importantly, let's figure out where the fuck we are. Progress. Huh. 13% of story. Well, total completion. What? 18 missions and 22.1%? 11 out of 25 chance in... What? The fuck did I do? What game? Oh, we went to... Does that one count when we went with Kieran over to the thing? Did that count as a gang out? I wasn't watching that one. Oh, okay, this doesn't actually look that much further along. Huh. Oh, we lost somebody. Okay, cool. Thanks, man, for being here and stuff, I guess. What is the story? Huh. Why don't they put it? Oh, it isn't. Okay. Yes, we did that, and that, but not in that order. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. Okay. Still underweight, huh? Okay, I'm gonna eat some more. Everything's refilled. Maybe I was just like chilling. Oh, we lost the other person that was here. Maybe we were just chilling, like didn't actually fucking do anything. Gotta do the thing to get the upgrade on the stirrups, man. That's annoying. Oh, that's a problem. Same amount of completion, but fuck, man. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. No, that's now. It just auto-saved? Why would it do that? Stupid fucking game. Hey, somebody's here. If you were one of the two people that was just here, feel free to let me know. If you're on YouTube and you can comment, feel free to let me know that too. Just before I start, I don't talk during these gameplay sessions. I just need to get my bearings to figure out where I am, because I did the normal thing of passing out in real life as the thing ended. So apparently it auto-saved like right now as I loaded this, which I don't care for that, because it seems like there was probably an autosave. What the fuck? Yesterday at 9 in the morning? Have I really not played since then? No idea. Alright, well I guess we'll go with this. Although, it's an empty spot, right? So let's pick out one of these to get rid of. Save over this one, kind of as a just in case. That's weird. Okay. Hold on. Now if you go into load, okay, good. The autosave is still listed there. All right, and then we'll go check on the map and then make sure that we can take off the autosave, and then I'll switch to full screen, take off the mic, and stop talking. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, so clearly while passing out attempted to go do the Javier mission, and not a good idea. So we don't have super far to get back over to Limpany. And unfortunately you can't ride the train from Rig Station to Flatneck Station. Even though there's stops. I don't know. But I don't think there's another quicker way to get over there. Let's check on oh, I on the preset of this I said that it was Bill that was in jail over there. It's Micah. I actually hate Micah even more than I hate Bill. So those are the standard missions. I don't know what the hell's going on with the temporary horse. Now it's over in, okay, it's over in the camp now. Cool. Should prefer to give it back to the actual owner at some point. What the hell? Okay, just the one fence so far, the one butcher so far. Not really much opened up. Not a ton for missions, so it is what it is. Let's go over and I don't imagine we have anything with the trapper right now. Can I make us go that way? It's a little weird. Okay, whatever. Hey, we lost the guy. Lost him just as we were getting ready. Oh, I have to do also take off. Not map, dumbass. Take the autosave off. Why did I do 40 minutes of that? It's so stupid. It's kind of what happens, I guess, when you gotta figure out what the fuck you did and did not do. Autosave off. Let's get it cracking. Back to full screen. Go into cinematic.
Yep.
For now, since we are still relatively close to the black water, so we'll keep the mask on. Soon enough, we'll take it off, and I'm gonna jump off the mic and get her him. Why do I want to call him her? Get him going faster. And mic off. Back later.
You're a good boy. Yeah, there, boy. That's my boy.
I didn't do anything! I swear I didn't!
I don't care what the story is, lady. You're going in.
Please! Get me out of this damn cage! My fella, he's a bad
Yeah.
man, but I was no part of it!
How you doing, boy?
Use that line, please!
Yeah, you all right there, boy? Easy, boy. Whoa! Okay there, boy? Yeah. Yeah, you're a strong one, boy. boy. Yep. Yeah. Easy there. There, boy. Yeah. There, boy. Shh, boy. Good boy. You're okay, boy. Good boy. Whoa, whoa! Easy, boy. Good boy.
Whole lot of ugly business here.
Okay, boy. That's it, boy. That's it. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, boy. It'll take more than that, boy. Good work, pal.
while since you were through here. Remember you. Passed through here some time ago, huh? Been a while since you were through here.
Easy now. Whoa, now. Settle down. Easy now. Easy. You're all right. Easy, easy. Hey, now. Right.
What the? Hey, what is this?
Cocksucking maggot! Hey, you! Stop!
What in the name of...
Okay, fella. Yeah. Yep. You're all right. You okay? Yeah, there you go. You all right? Yeah, you're doing good. You okay, boy? Yep. There, boy. There. You're good. Who is it? Arthur! Well, look who it is. Yep. Yeah. That's it. How you doing, boy? You're a good boy. You all right? You okay? Whoa, now. That's my boy. Yeah, you all right there, boy? You okay, boy? Yeah. I'm sorry, boy. There. Real good job, fella. Easy, boy. Yeah, I'll stay there, boy. Here you go, pal. okay, boy? Whoa, boy, easy there. Shh. Okay there, boy? Good boy. Hey, stay calm now. Here you go, boy. Come on now, boy. Yeah. Giddy up. Giddy up. Yeah. Easy there. That's it, boy. You're okay, boy. Good boy. There, boy. Easy, boy. Good boy. There, boy. Shh, boy. Okay, boy. Easy. You're good. You're all right. You all right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're doing good. Okay, fella. Easy, easy. Partner? How are you?
Like well-trodden muck.
Well, all the best to you then.
So long.
Hello again. Ah, it's you. Hello, mister.
Easy, whoa. There, boy. Yeah. That's it. You're good. You all right? Whoa, whoa! You're all right. Easy there. How you doing, boy?
Hope you gone. Made us a meal, Arthur.
Whoa, easy. You're a good boy. Hey, boy. That's my boy. There we go. Gotta leave you here, boy. What? Yeah. Yeah, you all right there, boy?
Help! Please! Anyone! Oh! Oh, oh Christ!
You okay, boy? Easy, boy. That's it, boy.
Alright, so nobody in here right now. They said we'd go at least an hour with this, but about... Actually, no, I think I started an hour in. I thought I was going to start at half an hour in, but I think I kept talking for some stupid ass reason. So actually, I don't even remember now. I don't know if it's been in an hour or just half an hour. Make the horse go a little faster. It's kind of slow right now. So I kind of messed up the timing, I guess. We're going to go ahead and take the train over there. Because we're kind of in the bad spot for that right now. For just riding the horse. Seems to be going relatively quickly. And then I did waste what felt to me like close to, I was going to say 5, but at least a few minutes. And so therefore it was probably 30 or 60 seconds on that last load. After it loaded before actually getting up and doing something. However, whoops.
Watch it. Damn idiot.
Well, okay, probably. I probably am. That's probably a good call.
These days ain't short.
Pardon you. I don't care for you at all. Don't even know who you are. Nobody cares, man. Shut up.
Hey there, don't think I've seen you in here before. Let me give you a tip. You don't grab this jerky here real quick, ain't gonna be none left.
What the fuck is this?
Downs passed away, poor fella.
Oh, we have all this already. Just haven't been in this particular one. You got any better liquor than I already have? Can't imagine why. Nobody else does. Grab some chewing tobacco. Get it, like cocaine gum. That's what allows us to do these marathon sessions. Don't know how I'm out of any ammo, but that's cool. Alright, we're done, right? Oh, no, we're not looking at close. Get out of here. Whoa, wait, hold on. It's a new outfit you can buy? When did that happen? What the fuck is this? I'm not. You can read all that. It's all there. I don't think you get anything for this, but fuck it. What do I care? Oh, dude. All I wanted to do was hit X. Wait, hold on. I get a discount? I'm so confused. That's very, very confused. $10 off. Okay. Hope it doesn't equip it on me though. That would suck. What does all outfits do? Prove your honor. Okay. What was that noise? I'm just in a store. Don't go crazy. Wow, and I'm getting distant. What the fuck is going on? So confused. Okay. No discount on that one. Got any hats we haven't seen yet? I don't pay too much attention to hats. Kind of like the one that I have as part of this, I say that and then I buy one hat in every single, style. I have those, yeah? Alright, cool. Why doesn't it just say own then? Why would it... Should basically say like sold out. We're not missing a single color. I was like, those looked familiar. It's getting annoying. So that's interesting. I guess they had different different full outfits that we did not own yet. Nothing else new though. And as you get thrown off by the spurs, I'm like, oh cool, we can get the thing for the upgrade on the horse and make the horse better. And it's like, no, that's something totally different. Okay, if anything different for clothing, getting better ammo at all? It can't be that, right? Nope. Oh, we already took all the ammo. Okay, good enough, good enough. Let's leave, exit, close it all. Thank you, done. Oh crap, what does he have on now? What's this nonsense?
Let me know what you need. Okay, no trouble.
I think the beer in the saloon has gone off. Tasted mighty strange to me, anyhow.
I'll be right over.
Get this nonsense from?
Happy to help you start over. Pleasant travels.
So, I mean, it's gonna be a quick ride. Probably quicker than the riding over there on the horse, but I don't know if it'd really be quicker to go to the nearest station, which is not this one. It's actually, it's called, I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, the one that for us, having not expanded into Blackwater and those other spots on the southwest part of the map, it's kind of like the southwestern post office railway station. So that's very quick. That's a lot quicker than going by horse. And then I don't even remember. I kind of forget how far we're going to be from the fence at this point. And then if you're like, well, what about your horse? He's there. Now, what the fuck is going on with the... Ah, god damn it. Did I buy a new gun that I'm not aware of? What the fuck's going on? Hold on. Stop. This game's so stupid the way it operates with the motions. All my shit's gold, man. All my shit is gold.
Easy now. It's private property.
What? Fuck off, dude. So I don't know what the fuck this gun is. So what we did is we oh, what the hell? Dude, put that away before somebody... Learn how to click the correct buttons. So we were... Okay, so we had the wrong... That kind of helps. I should keep the other one not pimped out with gold, because it was the wrong... It's the wrong gun. Hold on, do those both have... Do they both have, put that? Okay, so we'll remember that it's pulled... Wait, what the... Yeah, it does not appear to have sights on it. So we'd have to pull that from the horse whenever we go to do... But we had exactly this on when we were riding and we were able to zoom in, so who knows? Good man, let's go. So we're going to sell one more time, and I think... Okay, so it's a little bit... What is this? Just a random black spot. Okay. Whatever. And I don't think it's the same thing as like this kind of random thing over here. I don't even know what that is supposed to be or whatever. Anyway, let's get it on over. So I messed up the timing because after leaving the sheriff's office last time, I just started down the path that I normally go on, and I don't know why I forgot to set a waypoint with the map. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning there. Interesting. Also 53 degrees out, so I definitely don't need winter clothing yet. In this game at least. Now, yeah, so it's very good about kind of letting you basically just, you know, hit X or smash X a bunch of times, go a little bit faster, and then, dude, come on, man, what, oh, goddamn fucking horse. And whether you play this game or, seriously, stop fucking moving, dude. You're so goddamn annoying. I'm not even gonna calm you down. Just gonna force your ass to get hitched now. Get, oh my god. Like, I'm not even pressing in that direction. Don't, seriously, stop. Stop. Hitch. Oh my god. My horse is full on retard at this point. Stop. Hitch. If you even just jump off and don't hitch, I'm gonna get so pissed. Thank you. No, you... Oh my god. There's... You went over and then under the hitching post to hitch to the fucking ground, as opposed to hitching to the hitching post. That's right there. Now I understand that I'm on the opposite side from where I normally am, so that could be a thing. It'd be a really fucking stupid thing, but it could be a thing. Hey, dog, seriously, did you see what I did to the fucking mule? I would recommend getting away from me. Well, I think I killed the dog too before. Wasn't really as much fun as you might expect. So anyway, I think, and we're about to find out in about 2 seconds. I think this is... I guess I'm wrong. I thought this was going to get us over the 6-figure mark, and then I was going to be willing to give up.
Okay.
That's pretty fucking close, man. 4 grand off. And, you know, another 15 would put us 10 over, 110k. And that, it's... I don't think we have, we got 21 items, so... $7, $1. Odds earrings.
If you've been struggling to sell a little something, give me a try.
Cool, thanks, man. I'm about to give you my fucking card, though, yo, man. Ain't cool. I'm trying to build a collection. You're just trying to rip this shit off me for $2? And you want all my good stuff for like no money at all. That ain't cool. But do it again, be 110k. I think this is gonna be the stopping point for that little adventure. I will decide officially in like a couple of seconds. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and make my decision. It doesn't take that long. It feels like and something's telling me that was like less than. Why are you going nuts, man? What is wrong with you? You're weird. You're a weird fucking horse.
It'll take more than that, boy.
I'm still padding. Why are you not padding? Let's go. Stupid fucking
Okay
game.
there, boy. There you go.
I have a shit and you'll be all good, bro. So I'm pretty sure that was... Why is he still going crazy? I'm pretty sure that was less than an hour. And I think we only did 3. I think it was the 3rd one. Which would have been an extra 45k. You know, I thought we started with... Yeah, that makes sense. Because I thought we started with about 50 or so. And I spent some too, but not a ton. The clothing I don't think was that expensive. Yeah, so I just thought I would jump on here just to say, hey, it was my fault if you're wondering what the hell we were doing after leaving the last sheriff's office the last time. That's what happened. I didn't set a waypoint, but did set it to kind of automatically go down the path. I just thought my horse was being weird because my horse is fucking weird. I mean, look at it right now. It's like it's hitched up. It's completely fine. It's been fed. It's been patted 1,000 times. It's been brushed a couple times. There's nothing more that can be done. If you watched about probably at least half an hour ago or so, I did absolutely punch it on probably the neck to face area. We're leaving the sheriff's office, and there's a thing in here. I don't think I'm at the point where I would even get credit for it if I did it, but you jump over 5 objects within probably like fucking 3 seconds or some shit. You get a completion of something. I don't know if it's just a PSN trophy or if it's a actual game challenge. If it's a game challenge, I probably haven't opened or even like unlocked the ability to dude, shut up, stop going nuts. I don't think I've even unlocked the ability to be able to do that yet, like to get credit for it, even if I did it. But I figured, what the fuck? There's a little item. It wasn't that big of a deal. Something where I feel like my guy could have jumped over it himself, and he's on a huge fucking horse. Why not try? So I tried, and we both tumbled. So what did I do? I think I initially patted him, and I tried to do like click, then click, and then click off to see if you just like tap him like once. It didn't happen. So then I hit the circle button, which is punch, and punched him. But I was like, I don't know, it was weird because I think I must have been like maybe like here when I did it or something, and then after he took the punch, I ended up back like more like here. And he just reared back and just jacked me with, I think it was his right foot. Just totally kicked me. And so if you look at my health, it's not even bother to show you. What the fuck? Am I pressing the wrong button again? I just gotta tap it down. Okay. I've like no honor. I've got like almost, is that negative, or it's either negative or even. I don't think I'm really at the point in the game yet where I can really kind of up it. Gotta do some more like story shit, I guess. But anyway, that wasn't even what I was looking for. Okay, so my health and all that is pretty much fine. Deadeye can get increased a little bit, I guess. But my health after fucker over here kicked me, it's like if I have the 2 correct, one is the meter and one is the core. Is that how that works? So like the one was fine, the other one wasn't. So like the core was probably pretty much fine, but like the actual health itself, like the meter was like maybe 20%. Dude, stop going nuts. You are hitched up. You need to shut the fuck up and settle down. And so I just ate some canned roast beef or nonsense. I don't know what the fuck it was. Doesn't matter. And then we went on our way. And yeah, I did absolutely lasso the mule that was over here the first time that we came by, over there by the kind of green pastures. And it appeared as though I got the credit for the game for that animal, which was simply just finding one and studying it. That wasn't good enough for me. So I went ahead and lassoed it and tried calming it down, which basically worked, which didn't really do anything. And I got up close to it, and I haven't done it yet, but like if you do that with like a predator, like an alligator or something, that's the easiest and best way to kill them, especially to get a perfect pelt. Just spoiler alert, that's what you should do for the reptilian predators that have pelts that you can craft with that aren't nuts and gonna eat you before you can do something good. Just lasso them in, get up nice and close, and use your knife and kill them. Clean shot to the neck usually. It's the best way to go. And then skin them. So I was going to do that with the mule. I don't know why. I guess I probably should have thought, well, it's a mule and it's counting it as a temporary horse. I mean, once I got up close and there weren't really those options, I went ahead and pressed triangle just to see, like, okay, can I fucking ride? And I think once I got on it, it said this can be your temporary horse. It's, it's not bonded, so something about blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't fucking care. I don't know if I need a mule for anything at this point. So let's go ahead and kill it. So I jumped back off and stabby stabbed. And even though I was like in perfect position to do it, I thought, for some reason I basically like stabbed it in its back ass. on the right side, which obviously is not going to kill the thing. So then I had to shoot it because it was getting away pretty quick. And it was dead upon a shot. Maybe shot twice, I don't know. And that was from there to basically like over there by that little whatever that is there. And it should be gone now, right? If it wasn't gone, it would show it isn't gone, but it should show as a dead carcass. So here's the meal. So now most of the blood that was on the ground is now gone. You can see there's still some marks on there. Now I'm curious. As long as we're fucking around, well, let's go ahead and save first. By the way, that's not the button I pressed. I just tapped it. I did not hold down. There's a big difference. Let's go ahead and save for a variety of reasons why that would make sense. This is kind of what I did last time. I was like, well, just in case this ruins the game for me, let's save it first. So I'm just kind of doing this. It's a little fun, little stabby stab. I think it was mostly dead when I did this, or was dying, or whatever. But there's a whole hell of a lot more blood. I mean, it's a carcass at this point. I mean, you go put this on the road, you can grab some what do they call? Well, you know, vultures. What do they call the scavenger birds? If you need to kill any of them, it's a good way to do that. They're not going to come here as much as often. Could possibly get some more like rodents or rats and types of shit like that. There's obviously flies. We're not Mr. Miyagi though. We don't have the ability to shoot a fly. And it's not built into the game. So we'll go ahead and put the knife away. The fuck was that? Okay. Ah, see, the very beginning of this thing, that's what I was saying about that yarrow. I just need one more, man. I'd be able to move on to Herbalist 2. And one of those really needs to be smoking some herb. If you got 10 challenges. That would be a true herbalist. I mean, you shouldn't really just be picking the stuff. You should be doing some quality stuff. I'm going to start doing these challenges. I mean, how hard can it be to skin one more deer? It's actually more difficult to kill flying birds unless you like take the time to like actually go out and do it. Because I killed the one, and I was like, all right, I did that. It's open space. I'm up kind of in the mountains. It shouldn't be that difficult to do. But I was out on a mission to try to get the legendary wolf, and I saw it. I did see it. I think I had like a gun with a scope out, or I don't think it was with the binoculars, because I didn't have to study it or anything like that. It was like just as soon as I saw it over yonder, and I've got no depth perception in real life, which interestingly enough means that I end up having probably less depth perception in the game than I ought to. So I can't really tell exactly how far away it was. I know I was relatively close, but not like as close as I am to my horse right now. And so I think I just saw it because I was like aiming the gun, and it immediately showed the three stars, which, you know, can just be legendary. It doesn't have to be. Wait, am I saying that wrong? It can just be. No, I'm fucking it up. One's perfect, one's legendary. Is there a third thing that is 3? No, I'm so confused. No, it's legendary. Legendary is there's only 5 of them. Is it in this challenge? Well, we haven't. If it is, we haven't started the challenge apparently. But we have. I can go into the. Can go into progress. Because that's challenges. God damn it! I know it's here somewhere. I saw it when we first started the game back up. Legendary animals, 1 out of 5. So you get the bear. Basically, the game basically gives you the bear. It's interesting that it's showing a wolf, or what could be something else, but it appears to be a wolf. I haven't like looked at the cheat sheets or whatever on this at all. Kind of hoping I don't have to, because I have the map, so it's like, how hard can it be? No, I had heard somebody say that like you only get 1 shot, pun intended and literally meant. at these things. So the fact that I had it in my sights in a gun, but I did not shoot, and then tried to go out there and pursue, and like couldn't fucking find it. I don't know if I even bothered to click even just once the R1 button to track it, but maybe being as far away as I was, there wasn't like anything that I was tracking at that point. And then also, I don't know if this was just unique to my experience of doing that, but like going out into that area and trying to get that fucking thing meant that there were multiple like 6 to 10 in each wolf packs of pretty fucking, I mean, they're wolf packs back in the end of the 19th century. So they're in mostly Myrtle, America. So I mean, they were nuts, and it was impossible for me being shitty at the game and not really having a ton of ability to do much of anything to be able to fight my way out of that battle with them. So I died a bunch doing that. The first time I had set predatory bait just on like the marker on the map where it showed where you'd find this legendary wolf, just because I searched a little bit, wasn't finding it, and thought, well, that's got to work, right? And I don't like, it wasn't the way it was when we did the thing with the bear. Like I was expecting him to like, I don't know, I expected an action or something like that. Instead it was like I just clicked the button and it was like gone. It wasn't even like, there's even more action in the game when you are going through your items and you like click like a canned food and you eat it. Although probably in that same session or maybe the next session or whatever, like my player is underweight as he is right now, which helps for endurance if I ever need to like run a bunch, I guess. But it doesn't, it's worse in fighting and stuff like that, like being able to like take hits. You want to have more weight for that sort of stuff. It just makes sense, you know, in a normal way of thinking about it. So, I went back to the camp, like just trying to munch down on a bunch of food, and the fucking stew wasn't even out. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm eating my shit that I got in my pack. And after finishing 2 or 3, I don't know exactly how many, after that, when I'd go to eat another one, and like the things that it fills up, I think hadn't even been filled up yet. Like I'd click use, and it would like the button would go, and then like there'd be no action. He'd just be standing there. And I was like, all right, did he fucking eat? And is it adding any weight? What's going on here? So I would click back in to the exact same item, and I'd have one less of them than I did before. But yet there was literally no movement whatsoever in the game, like by my player or whatever. So I don't know if like that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me, honestly, if that would be the same sort of deal as with like the predatory bait. Granted, the second time I put one down and it was basically in the like exact same spot as the first one that I put down, okay, that could make some sense why the second time it wouldn't have an action. But the first time, after making such a big deal with the hunt with Hosea for the bear, like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like why you like when you do something as important in the game for hunting, to be able to get pelts, to be able to upgrade your shit, like all types of shit, not just like to have cool clothes, like to be able to do stuff for your camp, the impacts like weapons in some cases, like the stuff for your horse, and of which apparently only the stirrups can actually add any true value to the horse's abilities, your ability as a horse rider, which is interesting, I guess. But they make a big deal about hunting, in my opinion. And then part of what should be done in the process to do things correctly would be to set out bait, and if you don't have bait, to craft it, you know. And I think at least the crafting part, you know, was an action, but setting it, in my experience, maybe I didn't put it in the correct spot, or fucking, I don't know what the fuck I did, but like I set it, didn't do anything. I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta do it again. And I was like kind of like looking at it, it was hard to tell how many I had, and I was like, I don't remember, did I have 3 and now I got 2, or what's going on? So I did it again, and then like no action again, and then I went and looked, and I think I was down to like 1 at that point, and I was at 2 before. So I was like, all right, what the fuck? So I had 3 of these things, and I just put 2 of them down in the exact same spot. So I know it's a long explanation. Part of that was to say, okay, in my opinion, that I don't know if that was glitchy on my part or whatever. That I don't think that should be how it works. I think like, he should like at least get down on the knee for like half a second and make it clear that he's putting something down on the fucking ground. I don't see that as being that difficult to do with how complex the game is and the variety of shit that you can do. Like, take a fucking knee for 2 seconds, dude. Like, make it obvious that you did more than just allow me to make a selection from my item wheel, like, even like putting your bandana up, like it takes shows more in the game than what this did. When I did it, I'll find out if it's a real thing. Maybe I'll watch a video of somebody who's further along in the game that is doing this shit correctly to find out if it's different for them or whatever. But that was what my experience was, and I went through a whole long explanation about that and why, if that's how it really works in the game, I think it's really, 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 really stupid. But more importantly, what I was saying is that was when I first got into the area, and I had not been accosted by and then attacked and then basically killed by a bunch of wolves up until that point. But I had I died a bunch of times, and then like I sometimes just allowed myself to come back after the death and like try again. Other times I went back to a previously loaded game or whatever, and I think the load had probably happened before I put the bait or whatever, and then like the wolves just kept on coming. So I don't even know. Like, it would make a little bit more sense to me if I'm in an area that doesn't just have just the one, like only one in the game ever, legendary wolf, but also is like known for being like a wolfy area. Like, it would make sense if you put down 2 pieces of bait that are, the whole purpose of them is to attract predators in general. And we've seen already that it works really well from being able to get bears to come at you, even in areas where there might not be typically a lot of them. So yeah, that would make some sense as to why you'd have like 30 wolves on you in like 5 seconds if you're dumb enough to do that. Or smart enough to do it if you're actually capable of defending yourself. You can get a fuck ton of pelts that way, I guess. And if you're a good shot, you might even get some decent quality ones. Good luck getting a perfect out of that, but whatever. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know any of that. The part that I also have to find out at some point, and I would like the game, again, I understand they don't want to give you like a full guide. They don't even want to tell you what buttons that you're supposed to press if they've already told you once, or in some cases, if they haven't told you, they're not going to tell you. But especially like that, like legendary animals, 1 out of 5. Okay, like I'm clicking X. Like, what else would you do? Like, there's no other way for me to even see from here what the other 4 legendary animals are and like what to do, yada yada yada. I can look at the map, the legendary animals map, and that should basically tell me what the other ones are, as well as probably a decent showing of maybe where they are or whatever. But I'm much more tired than I thought I was. I guess my overall point with that is that I feel like there should be more to the game in terms of them like assisting. Like, you should click on this and show you what the 5 animals are, and most important, truly true, and I guess I haven't checked this to make sure, but I'm under the impression that you only get 1 shot at a legendary animal, each of the 5. Now, I've also heard that the difference between a legendary and what they just call it a perfect, what the normal 3-star. So they're both 3-star, but there's only literally 5 total animals, one of 5 different types, one of which is the bear that you basically automatically get in the game. So you really have to only focus on the other 4. And of those 4, they're 3-star the same way that a perfect, what would they call that? Perfect specimen of that same species. In this case, we're talking about specifically about wolves. Tends to they're both 3 stars. So you could be like searching in the area where they're supposed to be, and you could see a 3-star either through your binoculars or with the gun or whatever, and it might just be a perfect. It might not be a legendary. So the major difference there, from what I've been told, is that with perfect 3-star animals that are of all types, not just these 5, like every single animal that you can find in the game, for the most part, you can find a perfect version of it, more than one in fact, and you can get perfect pelts. But in order to do so, you got to get clean kills. So that's what I was rambling about probably half an hour ago at this point, about the whole alligator and finding them in areas where they're not going real crazy and are kind of chilling and maybe even asleep, and you can lasso and get a clean kill um, without putting too much risk on yourself. But you know, probably go ahead and save first or whatever. You know, with a lot of the other ones, it's a little bit tougher because you're gonna probably have to shoot them or whatever, and you're gonna have to get a clean kill. And in many cases, you're gonna have to, regardless of what weapon you're using, you're probably gonna have to do it in a single shot. You know, especially if it's anything with bullets. You know, the more bullets that are going to be, you know, into the animal to get the kill are going to, almost in every case, going to be that many more holes that you're then putting into the pelt, and that's just no bueno for trying to get a perfect pelt, even out of a perfect animal. So you have to basically one shot, kill shot it. And, you know, there's talk about how it should basically always be fatal. You know, it should be just like a headshot or a heart shot. It seems to me like if you get it good in the heart, I mean the heart, not the heart. If you get it good in the neck, and like a specific, not just like one spot, but like specific parts of the neck of certain animals, even in some cases, when you do that, it might not like immediately die. But I know for me, if it was really important for me to get a perfect pelt, and I was in an area where I was only seeing just the one 3-star. Like there were a bunch of 2s or 1s. Doesn't really matter either way. Neither one of those can ever be perfect on the pelts, no matter how great you shoot them. So you know, if you're only really seeing the one 3-star, and that, so for me, if I did that, and then I went to go ahead and kill it, and especially if I was going, I guess technically next shot could happen from going either after the head or the heart, but just make it easier, saying you're going for the head, and I don't know, it fucking moves its head or whatever, so you get the neck instead. But it seems like you got a good shot on the neck. It's not showing it as a dead animal yet, and then depending on how close you are, you might even be able to see it start to kind of try to get away from you. If I'm actually thinking about it at the time, like sure there'd be part of me that's thinking, okay, it's a perfect animal, don't let it go. However, I think more of me would think, okay, it's a perfect animal. I could shoot this thing 40 times and make sure it's dead, but then I guarantee I'm not going to get a perfect pelt, and that's the whole fucking point of what I'm trying to do here. I don't like need the meat. I don't need to sell this. I don't need the money. I just need the perfect pelt to be able to, you know, give to the trapper, or to be able to upgrade my equipment or whatever. And so because of that, if I did that, if I had a good shot that clearly did significant damage, you know, obviously not an instant kill, but I thought that there was at least like a good probability that it was going to die, and it wasn't like capable of like running super far, super fast away from me, then I would basically just like, you know, I don't know if you're able to still track after you've taken a shot or whatever, but like if you can track, then track, great, track it. Otherwise, like I would just try to kind of keep it in view, see where it's going, hope that there's not like, you know, that it's not like a predator where there's like 40 of them around me that I have to kill off to be able to get back to the one that I'm going after, and just kind of follow it a little bit, and then just really hope that it's either going to like die from the shot that you had, or get like so weak from the shot that you had and yet not dead that you at that point can basically just do whatever. Like you basically like get up close to it and take like a nice clean shot. Like again, either like maybe a second shot directly into the brain that you know is gonna instantly kill it, preferably with, you know, something less damaging, like a low damage gun, or better would be a bow. If you can't like, you know, lasso, if that's even necessary, depending on how much it is or is not moving, or just get right up close and use a knife or whatever. I just really don't think they're letting you skin animals alive in this game. Guess we'll find out. But if it's if it's on like the verge of death, but still not considered to be dead, I don't think it's, and you have a knife and you're right on top of it, I don't think it's gonna let you be like, oh, you can skin it now. It's dying. You're good. I think you're gonna have to like do something to like ensure that it is actually dead, and whatever that something is, it's you need to do as little damage to the pelt as you can in order to try to have a shot at that perfect one. However, and this is where I'll end this, the difference is with the legendary, it sounds like you could basically use like fucking dynamite. Like you could like, and dynamite in this game, the one that I have so far that you just like kind of carry with you in your pocket, doesn't actually do all that much. It's like a slightly more powerful firecracker. It's like, what are they? I'm not big on dynamite or firecrackers, but what is that, like an M80 or some shit? I don't even know. So that's kind of what it looks like to me, because I've tried to use it a couple times, where I might have wanted something else similar to that. I just recently, I don't know if it's still part of this one, because again, I'm not able to keep track of what I've done and saved versus what I haven't. But I did unlock basically Molotov cocktails, but they call them something different in this one. I don't think it's very creative. I think it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think they call them. I actually think they call them fire bottles. So it's whatever. Whatever. So I did unlock that through gameplay, but I have no idea if it's part of where we are at this point. Like, I don't know if it's unlocked in this kind of version of the game, or if it was in one where I just kind of did a bunch of crazy shit and went too far and didn't have the ability to save anymore. Especially if it ended up in like the result of the loss of my horse. Like, I'm not gonna do that. That's I was not gonna do that. So anyway, it just seems like the legendary animals, you can do basically whatever the fuck you want to them as long as you kill them, and don't die yourself. And then you're gonna get the legendary pelts as well as the legendary, items, whether it's like that was a perfect one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, like the ram horns. When I killed the perfect ram, it was one of the, I don't know if it was a ram, but it could be like a pronghorn or whatever the fuck, I don't know. It's like one of those ram-like animals. I thought it was a ram though. Killed a perfect one of those and got a perfect pelt. Traded it along with the carcass and it's like parts into the trapper, assuming that it was going to give me something, and all it unlocked, same as the bear, was basically like a hat that I could wear. I was like, no, fucker, I'm gonna give a fuck about animal looking hats. It's not what I'm in this for. So like the camp with our mates in the gang still needs a bunch of shit done that requires the upgrades from crafting and stuff like that can only happen after you get a bunch of a perfect pelts from a bunch of animals, along with a few other things. But like, you got to get all that stuff. So hopefully doing that one other animal besides the legendary bear has helped out with a little bit with that. We'll find out later, I guess. But the only other thing though on the legendaries is that, like, I don't know if I missed my shot, because I didn't actually shoot at the wolf. I wanted to, but it appeared to be that I was on like one mountain with a valley and it was on the other mountain across the side, and it could have only been like, I don't know the metric system, but it looked like it could have been like 30 meters, which I don't know. It seemed like a football field. It seemed like 100 yards. And I didn't think that it'd be a good idea, even with like a high powered rifle with a scope on it, to try to take a one shot clean shot from that far away. Even though, as I said, I already knew that it'd be totally fine if I just if I just sunny on the causeway the fucking animal. I'd still get all the shit you get from it. But my concern was I could take a shot or as many shots as I can get off very quickly, which might only be 2 up to 3 max if it moves even a decent amount, and it could get away. And then I know for sure from what people have said that if I do that, then it's gone, it's done forever. And that seems like that sucks. Like, I don't know why you should only get one chance ever. I think they're basically just setting up certain stuff in this game so that you like ensure that you save it prior to taking your attempt, so that when you like inevitably fuck it up, you can go back and try again. I don't know who qui bono, like who benefits there. Like I just don't know. Like, doesn't make a ton of sense to me, honestly, but who knows? They're the multi-million-dollar franchise and a multi-billion-dollar company, but so they should know more than me, I guess. It seems strange. But having said all that, what I was trying to get back to was just that I feel like they should tell you, like where the fuck is it anyways? So like this here, 1 out of 5, can't click on anything, can't see anything, doesn't even bother to tell me that I already got the bear or what the other ones are. But like it should also say like, hey, you went for the wolf and you didn't get it, so you're done. No more wolf for you. I think it's really stupid that it doesn't say that. I have no idea why. And like I literally have no idea why. I mean, it has that 22.4% up on top. It goes through this whole thing of explaining all the stuff, whether known or not yet, in terms of like what goes towards total completion and how many you have. Like, okay, we got 0 out of 10 fish so far. You discover 10 species of fish. See the fish section. I think there's pretty much more than 10 species. I guess you only just have to find 10 out of however many, like maybe 50 or something like that. So it shouldn't be too hard, but like unknown events, right? Unknown collectibles. Like there's plenty of stuff that's like doesn't bother to tell you anything until you get to that point. I understand that 18 out of question mark missions, totally fine. I understand that as well. But the whole thing, it's a progression based game. It's about completion. The whole thing is like, okay, your story's at 13%. Pardon me, jeez. Your story's at 13%. The challenges are 2 out of 90. The compendium is 61 out of 553. And your total completion doesn't show it there, but we just saw it was like 22.4% or whatever, and all the things that go into that. So the whole thing is about progress. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things on here. One is social club, which I haven't done anything with, but I'm assuming that's something to do with other people, like other people that play the game or whatever. Obviously, settings is what it is. Story is, again, your ability to save, load, new game, exit game. Not a ton there. Player is also progress. It's just basically standing, though, I guess, more than anything in terms of, Arthur and his, overall or general, as well as breakdowns for health, stamina, and Deadeye. And then kind of the same sort of deal for the horse in a different way of looking about it with, of course, no stirrups yet. So, to do all that, and then, yeah, there's help, technically, and that's what that is, and, there's no actual, like, so get around is hold and X and L3. Okay, so you do give us, and Satchel is holding over to the right. So two things? Yeah. So 2 things in the general section and actually tell you what fucking buttons to press. Thank you so much for that, Rockstar. And then the map, which you could get to by holding down the same button that you pressed to get to this. So essentially, really more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, not 7. And then from there, progress and player are basically the same thing. So it's really more like 4. And help isn't really much or anything. So it's like, at worst, and then again, story is based on how they're working this thing. It seems like the whole point for them is like, okay, you can turn auto save off if you want to, just make sure you definitely save prior to going in. And then in fact, we would actually probably almost recommend that you save and turn off auto save so that you can come back to it once you inevitably fuck up your attempt at the legendary animal. But to me, it just seems like the whole thing is about progress. It's a progression-based game. It's all about how far along in the game you are. It gives you trophies like every game on PlayStation gives you. And so to do all that and then to not be like extremely overtly super fucking obvious, explicit in terms of the conditions for that progress, and stating like, yes, okay, you in this case, I don't know if it shows there, my name Arthur Morgan, in both the game and in on the broadcast, missed your opportunity at being able to get at being able to get the wolf, the legendary wolf. You could probably get thousands of perfect wolves over time, because it's not like the game ever really ends, even if you get 100% completion. It's not like, I'm sure it'll do credits at the end of the story part of the game, as just tends to happen in a lot of games, and I think has happened in any Rockstar game I've ever played. But so what? You can still like go back in and play if you want to, and you could just like for the next 2 decades you can just do nothing but kill perfect wolves, which, as I said, is not an easy thing to do. However, it seems like the legendary thing is like a one and done thing. Like either you do it or you don't. And it seems like, if you try and you miss, you're done. You get no other shot at it, and that's it. So if that's the case, first of all, why should I be like finding that out by basically doing spoilers? And so then how many fucking people have bought this game and don't know that, and are like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and okay. I'm gonna go ahead and and I lost my train of thought because I got so confused by this person that's streaming on Twitch right now. Which is good. You think it's gonna make me stop talking now and just probably actually end this broadcast and do a little dinner break and come back and do other stuff other than the gold later. But yeah, so like, how many people bought the fucking game and like have no idea about any of this? And somehow, like, other than the bear, which again is basically just given to you in the game, I guess, unless you choose to go back to the camp with Hosea and then like never go back out for the bear again. He still gives you the map, so like the map has pictures of animals, and the map explicitly states what the animals are and where you can go to get them. As far as like the general area that they're in, they're not going to give you a specific location, and they spawn in different spots, even for the same player in the same game at different times in the game. So even if the wolf is still available for me, it's not like he's going to be on the same fucking ridge that he was on before. At least not in the same spot that I saw him before. I say he because it can be a female wolf, right? Technically speaking, I think that's actually the definition of a bitch, though. Not that it matters. Since we're ending this in 2 minutes, I guess we can go with that. I'm not sure if the dictionary still states it that way, since I guess dictionaries decided that from now on, like, the way that people actually use words in a current context, like in the last 5 minutes, has more bearing on how the words have been used in the past, thousands of years. But when I was a kid, if I looked up bitch in the dictionary, and even when online first became a thing for most other people, which meant that I'd already been on it for like 10 years, if you looked it up there too, it'd also say like a female dog, wolf, basically things of like the kind of canine area, but more so like less of the things that we've gone ahead and domesticated, like dogs. More things like that are out in the wild, like wolves and stuff like that. So yeah, I think if it's female, I think that's the definition of what a bitch is. So yeah, I don't know if it's male or female. I don't know if it tells you in the game. I don't know if it matters at all in the game. But what does matter is being able to get it. and to being able to get its parts, its heart, for sure. Its pelt, all that shit. And I'd be a little annoyed already if that means that I can't get it ever, because like I saw it through, probably not even through my scope, probably just like with my gun pointed at it, that it showed, okay, legendary wolf. I was like, cool, I'm in the area, now I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing. And then it like moved a little bit and I never saw it again, and I think I spent like fucking 3 hours trying to get it. Couldn't do it. Like never once again saw it. Did get the bird while I was over there, so that's great. That's like, I've got 1 out of 3 from that. Got like a wolf heart out of one of the wolves that I managed to kill without dying. That was pretty much about it. So yeah, I just, if it's gone and the game doesn't tell me, then what the fuck? Like, am I gonna spend like 12 hours of gameplay like back over in that area where it's super easy to die at any time from any other wolf deciding that they want to come at you with 30 of their buddies, and you've got these 2 guns on you and maybe a bow of some sort or whatever, and like none of that's gonna do any good against those fucking things, and you like the best chance that you'd have to actually kill them is to just basically suicide dynamite it, and that doesn't I don't know if that's obvious or not, but you die in that situation too, so you don't really get to like come right back and then go skin all of the all the wolves that just got blown up by the dynamite that you blew up on yourself. It's not the way it works in real life, not the way it works in a game where you respawn after death either. So I would like to know, I wish the game would tell you what the deal is and whether it's still available or not. Because yeah, I don't really feel like spending 12 hours of gameplay, which is going to be a minimum of 12 hours of my actual day and time, back over trying to get something to like to still at the end of 12 hours like not even have any proof, like true indication from the game of like, okay, yeah, no, actually in fact you totally can't get this thing. Like if I show you, I don't know if it should show it on the regular map, right? If it doesn't show it on the regular map, it should definitely, jeez, what is, I guess I don't go to the map very often, huh? Yeah, see, so like bear crossed out, right? Got it. So good, it's done. So that's why it's 1 of 5. What the flying fuck did we do over here? I've never been over there that I remember. It's not even clearly demarcated with like city lines or whatever. It's weird. Okay, zoom out to go way over. Okay, it'd be nice if I knew where I was going. There we go. All right, so this one, right? So I actually don't even know if that's even a wolf, but pretty sure that's where I was. Yeah, because I remember the Hanging Dog Ranch, all that shit there. So I went over here, and then I think it was actually like across that road, like up into here, which no, it's just a weird marking. I was like, that looks kind of like a scorpion. Was where I think I saw the thing. Like I think it was like over here somewhere, and it was like way over here is where I saw through with my gun or whatever. And so for me at least, like, okay, I think I really need to get better at the map, but like, okay, that seems pretty clear. Now I don't know if the crown was there before the X went out. I don't know. Like, is that some form of legendary bunny? Is that one of the 5 animals? I guess I should pull up the legendary map to find out. No, it can't be, because there's a bunch of... That sucks. Okay, so does it have to be... Huh. Alright, fuck this. Now we gotta pull out the legendary... legendary animal map, because now I'm even more confused. Wait a minute, what the fuck? So there are in fact more than 5 legendary man. What the fuck? I can't zoom in anymore. Okay, make me literally get right up next to the. Those numbers are so small. So there's 14. There's 14 of these fucking things. Bear is one of them. So wolf is another one. Wait, hold on a second. 4, 8. Okay. Yeah, there's 14. There's 14 of them. That looks like the wolf there, over by. Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Okay. 12 and 13. So. Oh, okay. So one's a coyote, one's a fox. That's a cougar, number 1. Where is wolf is? Maybe we should do this more often instead of doing the regular map, huh? Wolf is 7. Okay, so that's up there by 14 and 8, which is the elk and the bear. What? Five is the bighorn ram, and I don't know. I thought I killed a legendary one of those fucking things. I don't know. I think I'm gonna need to get going here, but so that'd be. Let's see if we can figure out now how to reconcile that with the regular map, because they should. I know we haven't opened the map up yet, but. That should kind of be one. Should kind of be one and the same. I mean, is this indicating you can go like all the way up here, or does it just go that high because up here goes that high? But the bear is here, so. Maybe it's in like that section there that hasn't been opened up yet. But it also seemed to indicate that it was on kind of like the left end of whatever part of the map. So that's, I don't know, it's really fucking strange to me now, honestly. So, like, I guess it's not here. Oh, does it even say like, okay, so like Watson, what's that? Watson's Cabin, Hanging Dog Ranch. Nah, Grizzly's West is not really gonna do anything for us. Wall Station. Just looking for like landmarks for when we pull this thing up again real quick, and then I'm gonna be done with this. Okay, I think I don't know if it's kind of yellow. Seems like more like a highlight color on the bottom. I think that's like the stuff that's not open right now because we haven't fixed Blackwater, and that's where is that a bison? Yeah, that's where the bison is. Wait, 6 is what? 6 is a white bison. How is that? That's like off the map, like literally. It's so confusing. It's not like cartographers were that bad back then. You know what I mean? It's like it's a little bit of whatever. I can't even speak properly right now at this point. Honestly, it's a little bit of artistic license that's being taken here. That's a. Oh, okay, it's a boar. I was like, that looks weird. I don't know. It seems close. It seems like it's close in proximity to me. Those three animals, mostly the bear, the wolf, and the elk. And all you know is that there's like kind of a river, and it's a river that flows down to the thing. Now, see, that would make sense, except for the fact that the bear was like way over to the right. All right, I'm gonna take just 2 more seconds, just because. Why's your knife out, dude? Put that wrong button again. Put the knife away. Thank you. I think I just have to basically like open the map up more, so I can actually see this shit. So that's Grizzlies East. That's where we got the bear. And see, here's the river that eventually flows down into the big thing here. So based on where the map is, especially with the bear being there, I don't know, I would have thought that maybe the wolf would have been in here, but now I'm starting to think it'd be like over in here, which again has not been opened up yet, which would make sense. That's why I wouldn't be able to see it. So then, like, what the fuck is this? This is just like regular wolves? Is that not even a wolf? Is that something else? I don't know. I give up. 2 hours and 40 minutes anyways. Let's go ahead and save. I think we did enough with the gold bars, even though I took out of almost 3 hours. I think only about like an hour of it at most was actually the gold bar stuff. And what I was gonna say, if I got to 6 figures, and I got pretty close, I'm like 4K shy. Maybe if I hadn't bought those extra coals, which I only think cost me like maybe a few $100s or something like that, then maybe I would have been able to maintain 100K and be 6 figures. But what I was gonna say is like, you're 6 figures back then, the end of the 19th century in America, adjusted for inflation into today's dollars, it's the equivalent of a multimillionaire. So I mean, even though I was saying at the very beginning of this that like, hey, you could, you just do this enough times, you basically become a millionaire, and over time I can prove that because we only did it 3 times 45K, adding top of the 50 so K that we had to get to 96 I should say. So yeah, you do 15K enough times, 10 times is 150. It's not that hard to like basically do the math here. It's what the fuck is it? It's well, I can't. It's not. It's. Is it 75? That would make sense, right? Something like that. I mean, so let's say like approximately 75 times you have to do it to have a million. If you don't spend or whatever, nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. Let's just end this up. Turn autosave back on, and then let's go ahead and actually save a new one. On top of that. It's not at all what I was trying to do. Just goes to show you like how I should not be playing right now. Good enough. Alright, that's going to do it for the broadcast. We're going to take a little dinner break. Don't know what the fuck we're going to do during that. I should be back relatively soon. And we'll just get on to just probably 100% fuckery at that point. Do some gambling, doing some drinking. little degen action, and then we'll probably do some. As I said at the very beginning of this, that we'd eventually move on to if we went for hours, like anywhere like 4 to 12. I guess we did 3 so far. We'll probably do some mission stuff, even some like challenge stuff, as well as probably like some side missions. And it's, I don't know, to me it's like it's a weird, it's just a weird mixture, because like you kind of have to do the mission work to get further progress in the game before like anything starts taking effect. Like if I do enough bad stuff, I see like the things indicating that my honor is going down. If I do something good, it indicates the honor goes up. And then like I look at honor and it hasn't fucking moved, and I'm not getting any discounts at the stores. Supposedly, I don't know what the deal was with why I got discounts in the one random store that I found myself in, where I was only at the station because the store was at the post office railroad station that I needed to go to take me to the fence, because I was an idiot and my horse was just like randomly going down roads because I didn't actually set a waypoint. And now I know that that's a thing. If I want to explore later, I probably can just, I guess I'll do that. I'm not gonna do that like when I come back. I might just have it do, like I might just have a, I think I need both the TV screen and the PlayStation. But if I didn't, during the break here, I might even like come right back and do that. Like find a way to get myself into a place that's close to on the map to a part that I've not explored yet, and just set the horse off on random jaunting as I was doing unintentionally before, and just see if if he goes in enough places that we haven't been to before and opens up things in the map. Now obviously that's not going to work out really well if it ends up in like Saint Denis or Blackwater, and apparently a couple other places where I'm also wanted, dead or alive. I'd kind of prefer if it was just a bounty and I could surrender and like fucking pay it and move on. But yeah, that would be cool. I think if it opened up parts of the map by like auto exploring, right? Like wasn't even like literally didn't even have the game up running on my screen while it was going on. But as I said, I think I do need not just the screen, but my PlayStation for some other stuff that I'm going to do during break. That I'm taking basically right now, and we'll be back relatively soon. So if that is the case, and I can't do that right away prior to starting the true part of the broadcast again after, then I will make that a part of it later, kind of towards the end of the broadcast. If I'm getting kind of tired with other shit that I'm doing, and especially if I find myself in an area where it's kind of like the edges of the map that has been explored to that point, I don't know, I think I'll like point the horse in the general direction of where I would like it to explore, and again do the same thing, basically just do automatic, just put on the cinematic view and hold down X and let it go off. And I'm not gonna like have it just scamper so that it goes super slow. Like I want to make it go relatively quick without completely killing its endurance, and hope that it just kind of opens map up for us automatically. That'd be pretty sweet. So we'll test that out, but that'll probably be like essentially tomorrow, like 5-6 hours or so from now. So with that, I'll say goodbye to the 0 people that are in here now, and the 2 people that joined in the first half hour when I was explaining stuff and then proceeded to leave. But this is YouTube as opposed to Twitch, so this will be available for live replay. So you could be hearing this in 3 hours from now, or you may decide to go ahead and fast forward to the end and hear this then, in which case it won't take you 3 hours from basically now, because I'm clicking the stop broadcast button as we speak. And